And welcome back. My name is Omburiom, and I've got another League of Legends game for you. This was a ranked game that I played earlier today, and right now I'm looking at our players. Their names are about to disappear, so I'm going to wait till the game loads, and then I will introduce the players. This game will be in two parts. It's more than 15 minutes long, so I need to split it up into two sections so it'll fit on my YouTube channel, Omburiom. Any of the players that are in it are welcome to come and watch the VOD and comment on it, and I will be casting it. Sometimes I could just post it without the casting if that's requested. But otherwise, I will be trying to find the best moments in the game and highlight them for you. The game is about to start. We have our players on the blue team. It's going to be Femto, Melfice. Now, if I mess up your name, I apologize. But Femto, Melfice as Rengar, and then we have MilleniaFe as Jinx, our AD carry. Zap Freeman Yasuo Zap Freeman 4901 as our Yasuo top. Omburiom myself as Morgana, and I'll be playing mid. And then our support is going to be Sona, and his or her name is Shynergy or Shynergy. I really want to see what happens in the early game because I kind of missed out on it. I was paying attention to my section of the map, and I didn't notice what was going on. So Rengar and Jinx are just going to jump onto Orianna, and she's not going to be able to get away from this. She tried to flash over the wall, but it was too late. And they pick up a very early kill. For some reason, Leona and the AD carry and the jungler were just not able to deal with that in time. So we got a very early lead. Rengar got the kill, which is a really nice start for him. I believe he burned his flash, and so did Jinx. So those two summoners are down, but so did Orianna. So this game was off to a very good start for our team. Let me introduce the other players. On the purple team side, we have Hasty95 as Shyvana, Bones 1979 as Misfortune, Rubik's Zero as Orianna, Pybola III as Hecarim, and a tree from Lord of the Rings, Leona. That's a good name. I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings books and the movies. So Rengar's going to start red, and Sona is going to go AFK for a second for some reason. I'm not sure what she's up to, but let's kick this game off and start the laning phase. I'm going to be focusing on the other players in this game because my play was pretty passive. Orianna mid is usually pretty strong and fairly aggressive. Usually I get a lot of Qs. She throws her metal sphere at me a lot and does a lot of damage, so I usually have a little bit more action in the game. But for some reason, Orianna just played very passive this game and wasn't interested in doing damage. Maybe because of that first death she sustained and the fact that she didn't have a flash, that perhaps worried her. But either way, my mid lane's a little bit boring in this game, so we're gonna try to focus on the other guys and see what happens with them. So on bottom we have Shynergy and MilleniaFe, and they're keeping even. Let's check out their farm. Jinx is a little bit behind Misfortune, but not so much that it's a big deal at this point in the game. Just a few CS behind. Yasuo is doing really well up top. He's definitely pushing his lane in. Hecarim's coming around to gank, but Rengar is ready up on top, and there's a fight going on bottom at the same time. Sona might go down, but and up top we have a fight going on too. There's stuff happening all over the board right now. The ignites go down, but Shyvana makes it out. However, Hecarim is not so lucky. Yasuo and Rengar do an excellent job there, and that pair is really, really high damage, very bursty, just lots of damage all at once, and so it's a good pair to have when you're fighting, especially in a melee 2 versus 2. Sona gets caught, but she also traps Leona under the turret, and Leona does not go down. So the bottom lane, it looks like our team is getting backed up against the tower, but it's of course still early in the game, so we'll see what happens. Leona did a really nice stun there, and she was able to get out as well. So that was very very impressive play. If I was Leona, I'd be very happy with that right now. So I'm pushing mid, not a lot happening there. Me and Oriana are fairly even in farm. Yasuo is dominating on top. He's got 27 CS to Shyvana's 12 CS, so he's definitely winning his lane up there. And Jinx is catching up a little bit in the farm. So yeah. So this game's going pretty even. Both teams have a fairly similar amount of gold. And I'm just waiting for the first buy, and we can talk a little bit about the items that people choose, because that's always interesting to me to see the items that people pick on their first back. I usually save up as a carry, either AD carry or mid. I usually save up and buy something worth 1,500 or more. That was lucky there, or that was a good dodge, I guess, by them. They avoided Leona's stun, and Rengar's going to try to move in here and jump on them, but they're wise to it, and they're going to move out. They see him in time, so they're going to run away pretty quickly. So the gank is not going to happen, but they may still be able to do something here. Minions annoyingly are getting in the way and making Rengar not be able to hide, but no blood lost here. Neither team loses any players, and I'm just waiting for something to happen. The early game looks like not a high-scoring early game. Very little happening at the moment. But okay, Rengar comes back in, and they managed to slow down Misfortune. But there's no stuns available. Sona, of course, is only level 3, so she doesn't have her crescendo ult, and we're just waiting on that. It looks like something's going to happen in mid, so I'm going to jump over there. I did not know he was going to gank me here. I didn't have my ward down, and I'm pretty low on mana. However, it doesn't take much mana to put my shield on, and that just completely negates Hecarim's attack there. That shield is so valuable as a mid player. It stops so much damage from happening to you, and of course counters so many spells. So it's a really useful tool. We have something going on the bottom. Leona jumps in on Sona, but Sona's able to back out, of course, with her heals and her... she goes back in. That was not super smart, but it looks like she might make it work. Okay, Misfortune gets low. How much more do they need to level up? They're getting pretty close. If Jinx hits level 6, then she's going to be able to ult Misfortune, but I just don't know if it's going to happen in time before Misfortune goes back to heal. I'm really surprised that Sona's only level 3 still, because I guess she died, so that's why she's a little bit behind. But Leona going back at this point is not a good idea, because she's leaving Misfortune by herself. It was kind of a mistake on the purple team, I believe. They really should have stuck together and gone back a little bit later once they dealt with this next minion wave. Yeah, okay, I didn't know about this. Hecarim's going to go down. He's going to be executed because his mid player didn't show up to help him out on the blue buff. And funnily enough, I don't think Oriana actually cleared the blue buff. She didn't. If your jungler wants you to help with the blue buff and wants to give it to you, you need to go over there as soon as he pings it. And make sure your tower's not going to die in mid. But as a mid player, your job is to be on top of getting to that blue buff and taking it. And then, if your jungler does die in the process, you need to clear that blue buff so that it will respawn in time. Because otherwise, he has to run all the way back out there, take a lot of time to clear it. So, if you want to learn how to, if you are a jungler, you need to be giving that blue buff to your mid player. As long as you don't need it. Some junglers need it more than others, but you need to be giving it away. And if you're a mid player, you need to pay attention to the jungler trying to talk to you or ping you, and and say, hey, take this blue buff. So that's really important. So this game's getting on. We're gonna cut it in half, about the 13-minute mark, to make sure that we can fit it on the YouTube page. But we still got a little bit of time here. Nice ult. That was excellently done. Jinx picks up the kill, and I think she's going to be ready to back soon, because she's got the money that she needs. Misfortune went for the BF sword first. I like that choice. That's the kind of choice I would make. Yasuo is doing a lot of damage to Shyvana, and Shyvana's not able to do much back. And Yasuo at this point is getting really far ahead. He's 30 CS ahead of Shyvana, so that's nice work by him. He's definitely dominating his lane. I'm a little bit ahead of Orianna, but not by much. She's definitely keeping up with me, and I haven't backed yet, so she's got a little bit more damage at this point, but I do have the blue buff, and so I'm able to still clear my lane. That's one nice thing about Morgana, is she can always clear her lane with her W, and she doesn't have to commit to it. She doesn't have to put herself in danger. So let's check out Rengar. Let's check out the junglers. Hecarim's a little bit ahead of Rengar as far as farming is concerned. He's got 41 to Rengar's 30, but Rengar's been a little bit more effective with his ganks. We're about to see a gank go down up top, and I think, oh, we got a fight on the bottom. Misfortune gets locked up, and she's gonna go down. That was really well played. And at the same time, we have a fight up top. Yasuo should not have tried to back in full view of his opponents. Safe places to back: bushes, tower behind your own towers, really far away from the enemy. Unsafe places to back, right in the middle of your opponent's lane, right in full view of your opponents, or right while your opponents are trying to gank you. So those are just some pro tips from your broadcaster, Omburiom here. They're going to take down top tower because of that, and I think they probably would have anyway, because he was backing, and they would have had time to push the lane and take it out. So not a huge loss by Yasuo there, and he's still at 1-1. So. But Hecarim does pick up that kill. It's nice for his team, and there's about a there's exactly a 2K difference in gold. The blue team is up by 2K, so we're definitely winning this game. But there's still a long ways to go, and there's no guarantee, of course, of a victory. So we're gonna go for a dragon. It looks like. I'm going to head towards mid because Orianna's not leaving mid. She hasn't left mid hardly at all. But I'm heading towards mid until I see otherwise. And they're going to get this dragon really quickly. Leona does her ult, but there's nobody there to help her. I guess she was trying to steal it or something, but that didn't really work out. She mistimed that ult a bit. And Yasuo's pressing up top. I would like to see the battle in the mid, but there's nothing happening. Okay, everybody's going to back off, and we're at the point in the game where some important things are going to happen. Bottom players are going to rotate mid, possibly because the bottom towers are going to go down. The top players are going to be able to start roaming because the top towers are going to go down. And let's look a little bit at the summoner spells. Does anybody have a teleport? I don't think anybody does. Okay, Shyvana does have a teleport. She can move around the map really well. Let's check out. Sorry, I'm just checking out Yasuo's. Okay, Yasuo's got an ignite summoner, so in a 1v1, he's definitely going to have a bit of an edge. Nice kill on Shyvana, but at the same time, Shyvana's going to be able to move around the map a lot more with her teleport. It's possibly why her tower is still up, and Yasuo is not able to take it down. He does a nice ult there, but I don't think he's going to be able to finish Shyvana. The cooldown on his spells is just really short. He's able to cast the same spells over and over again very quickly. And Shyvana does a really good try there. She almost gets him down, but unfortunately she doesn't have Ignite like he does. So if she did, I think that would have been a different fight. But Hecarim's able to take down Rengar by himself, and he actually might get a double kill on Jinx here. Really well played. This Hecarim is turning his game around and making a big difference for his team there. That was unfortunate for us, of course, and But I think Jinx and Rengar are still doing really well in this game. Rengar is 3-1, Jinx is 1-1, and they are not losing by any means. They are down. They lost that little fight there, but they've picked up our team has picked up a dragon because of them, and quite a few kills and assists. So